Hi and welcome to my weekly environmental roundup. Spot STCs this week were up 10 cents to 38.70. We started to see a little bit more buying for the April surrender, and that's why we saw that tick up in price there by 10 cents. The spot and Cal 21 LGCs were down 25 cents to 33.25 and 33.75 respectively. They did trade as low as 32.25 earlier in the week, and they bounced around a bit before closing down slightly. We actually saw a sell-off across the whole LGC curve last week, as the consensus is there will be more LGCs available in coming years as renewable projects start generating. The Cal 22s, as a result, were down $1.25 to $25.50. The Cal 23s were down considerably, $2.90 to $17.85. The Cal 24s were down $1.25 to $9, and the Cal 25s were down $1.70 to $6.30. The VIX were up 35 cents to 45.50. Eskies down slightly, 5 cents to 29.55. And the ACUs traded flat at 18.50. The NZUs, they were up 30 cents to 39.60. Coca-Cola Amatil has committed to net zero carbon emissions by 2040 in the release of its latest sustainability goals report titled 2020 to 2040 Sustainability Ambitions. Over the next 20 years, Amatil will prioritise 4 areas: water, consumer wellbeing, packaging and carbon reduction. Their goals include 100% renewable electricity in Australia and New Zealand by 2025, reduction of sugar across non-alcoholic beverages by 20% in Australia and New Zealand by 2025, designing for 100% recyclability across packaging, and to sustain net water operations. The federal government's independent infrastructure advisor wants to expand the renewable energy zones across Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland, saying more large-scale wind, solar and hydro projects are needed to secure the nation's future energy needs. In its latest priority list released on Friday, Infrastructure Australia has added as high priorities both more renewable energy zones and a ramp up in spending across dispatchable energy that includes batteries and large-scale pumped hydro. The federal government's Green Bank has committed to $160 million in debt financing for the Victorian Big Battery Project, a storage system that will be one of the largest in the world and which is expected to cut annual energy costs for the most intensive industrial users by up to $1 million. The funding from the Clean Energy Finance Corporation means France's Neoen has now reached financial close on the 300 megawatt battery announced in November. It is expected to be up and running by next summer at a site near Geelong and will beef up the security of the grid as more renewable energy generation comes online. That's all from me today. I hope you have a great week.